Hi guys! So you're doing math with Miss Acton this week. We're going to keep it short and sweet and build on what Miss Ramos did last week. So Miss Ramos had you guys working on 3-digit numbers and their place values, the hundreds, the tens, and the ones. We're going to be building up to that tomorrow. Today we're going to be working on a skill called comparing two numbers. So what are we going to be doing together? We will compare two numbers that are below 100. So today we're sticking with those 2-digit numbers that we're really used to. Tomorrow we're going to bump it up to 3-digit numbers, but we have to get used to the symbols that we have to use first. And then you guys on your own, on the next slides, are going to be doing, I will compare two numbers below 100. So compare just means you're going to see what they are alike with each other. In order for us to do that, there's symbols that we need to know. So this is a symbol and this is a symbol. So it's basically just a sideways V. And this symbol right here is the less than symbol, and this is the greater than symbol. And the reason why I put alligators here is because they match the less than and greater than symbol. So if you look at the shape of our alligator's mouth, he is shaped just like our less than symbol. And if you look at this alligator, his mouth is shaped just like the greater than symbol. And that's going to help us put the right symbol in the right spot. So what happens is you have two different numbers and you're going to have a space in between them. And in that space, you need to write a symbol. Now the symbol has to show you whether the number that is written first is less than or greater than the next number. So in this case, we're looking at the number 20 and the number 50. We definitely know that 20 is less than 50. So that means this less than symbol is going to be placed between the 20 and 50. Now that's a really hard concept for second graders and adults, Miss Acton included, to grasp. So what Miss Acton and what a lot of your teachers do is we use an alligator mouth to help us remember it. Basically, we're going to pretend that this less than and greater than symbol are going to be an alligator's mouth. And that alligator is going to chomp whatever number is the biggest. Think about it. If you have an alligator that's in the swamp and they see a fish that's this big and they see a fish that's this big, which one do you think they're going to try to eat? The bigger one. So when you look at this alligator mouth, you have to make sure that it's open, is getting ready to chomp, 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 and on the biggest number. So when you take away all of this drawing that Miss Acton put in all that explanation, you definitely know that 50 is bigger than 20. So that alligator mouth needs to be chomping down on the number 50. And then we can switch it the other way. So in this one, the alligator mouth is pointing towards the number 16. And we know because we're smart that the number 16 is bigger. That means that alligator mouth, this greater than symbol, wants to eat the bigger number. So it's facing the other way now. It was facing that way in this one. In this one, it's facing this way because it has to face the bigger number. So we're going to pretend like that opening, the little sideways V, is an alligator mouth and it's trying to eat the biggest number. Let's do some practicing. So here's this first one. I need to make myself bigger so you can see our little alligators. So here's the first one right here. There are two ways that we're going to be solving these. Well, actually three. The first one is that you just know whether the number is big or not. The number 16 and 13 is a great example of that, and the number 20 and 50 are great examples of that too. You can just look at both of these sets of numbers and know immediately which number is bigger. But sometimes it's not that easy. Sometimes you have numbers that are bigger up in the numbers. And when we go to those 3-digit numbers like 271 and 439 and 999, you're going to need some more strategies. So what you're going to do with this one is you're going to use a hundreds chart. So I'm going to make this hundreds chart a little bit bigger. We have the number 64 and the number 39, and we have to see which one is bigger, and we know that our alligator mouth is going to face it. So first we have the number 64, which is right here, and we have the number 39, which is right here. So if you're counting down this number line, 64 is definitely further on the number line, which makes it the bigger number. So we know that our alligator needs to be eating the bigger number. So we choose this alligator right here. And I'll make him a little bit bigger. So we know that our alligator is chomping down on the number 64 because it is the bigger number. Now, if I move this alligator to the side and I put the actual symbol that it needs to be, it would be the sideways V It kind of looks like the mouth of an alligator eating that number 64. Let's do another one. So these two numbers are a lot closer than 64 and 39. They're really, really close to each other. So in your strategy, where you use a hundreds chart, you locate both of those numbers that you found. So the first one was 70. Was it 77? Forgot. Yep, so the first one is 77, so we find it in our hundreds chart, and the next one is 79. So you can immediately tell it's 79, even though it's really close to it, it's just a smidge bigger than the number 77. So we know that we need to make sure that our alligator mouth is eating the number 79. And I like using the alligator. So you would have this one. So he's chomping down on the number 79, which means his alligator mouth is facing that way. And we chose the perfect symbol to go in there. Eat that number 79. So that was the hundreds chart model. So far Miss Acton has showed you how you just know if the number is bigger, greater than, like with these two examples, because we're just smart. Then the ones where the numbers are a little bit bigger, and you might need to use a hundreds chart to be able to help you. So use a hundreds chart to see which number is bigger on it. And we use that one. And with this one, the last one is the one that you're going to use the most tomorrow. So what you're going to do first, take the two numbers that you're comparing. So we're comparing the number 27 and the number 60 or 76, and you're going to stack them directly on top of each other, kind of like you're getting ready to add them or subtract them. And you're always going to look at the tens column first and see if you have a number that's bigger than the other. Immediately you can tell 7 is definitely bigger than 2. So that automatically tells you that the number 76 is bigger than 27. It does not matter what number comes right here in the number 27. If it starts with a 20, it's never going to be bigger than a number that starts with a 70. It's just never going to be. So you don't have to worry about going over to the ones column, because you can already tell the numbers in the tens column are already telling you which number is bigger, which is the number 76. And then that's when you pick your alligator mouth that's open, eating the bigger number, which is the 76. I'll put the alligator over there because I think it's fun. All right, so the next one is a little bit trickier, and these are going to be some of the ones that you see in the rest of your Nearpod. So the number 96 and 94, and some of you might immediately know which one it is. Those of you that don't, this is a strategy that'll work perfect for you. The first thing you're going to do is stack the two numbers. So we're going to put 96 right here and stack 94 right below it, almost like you're adding. Then you're going to fill the tens column and see if a number is bigger than the other. In this one, it's not. They're the same. So we can't tell from the tens column which numbers are going to be the biggest. We can't tell which one our alligator is going to meet. And eat. So then we go to the next column. 6 is definitely bigger than 4 is. So that means that the number 96 is bigger than the number 94. So that means that alligator mouth is going to be facing open towards the 96. It's going to chomp down on the 96 because it is a bigger number. Now, you're going to be sticking with numbers that only have 2 digits in them for today. Tomorrow, we're going to move into where we're doing those 3-digit numbers like 562. But it's good practice today to get in the habit of making sure you're facing those symbols in the right direction to chomp on that bigger number. So just remember, when that little sideways V looks like an alligator mouth, it better be facing the number that is the biggest. The last thing I'm going to tell you is that some of the things on here are going to ask you to do numbers that would be like, that means you just put an equal to that. Both sides of the numbers are equal to the same thing. So some of them will have the equal symbol. I didn't want to go over that one as long because you guys already know that and you're really smart about that. So good luck. If you have any questions, please contact your teachers. They would love to help you. Bye, guys.